Hello, Snowbirds fans. I'm Kevin Ripa, and this is my Sans 3 Minutes Max. Last episode, we were talking about IPv6 and just how many numbers this allows. And by the way, IPv6 does have built into it private address spacing, as well as already having 340 undecillion IP addresses. But before we start wondering, are we ever going to run out? Let's think of some of the ways that these are being used. Now, I realize that even in the ways, the examples I'm going to give, that still doesn't look like we're going to run out. But when you start thinking about Internet of Things and every light bulb having an IP address and on and on and on, well, we don't know what it is that we don't know. So let's look at a couple of applications where these are being used or are in testing to be used. We did some data recovery for a farm, and they grew pigs, lots of pigs. And these pigs, they would feed these pigs little magnets, as is often fed to livestock. And this magnet collects, bits of metal off the ground from the animal eating and things like this. But what they would also put on a magnet was little tags, so that they could track these through the use of scanners in the pig barns. Give every piece of livestock an IP address. How about medication? Controlled narcotics, fentanyl, morphine tablets, these kinds of things. How about you get a prescription for 30 morphine tablets? Each one has a slow digesting tag on it, tracked by IP address. At the end of your prescription, before you can get it renewed, they wave a wand over your belly to count 30 tags. Did you take those 30 pills or did you sell them to somebody else? There better be 30 tags in your belly or they're not going to renew your prescription. So imagine an IP address for every single, at least controlled narcotic pill that someone is given. The applications are endless, like I say, in ways we've never even considered. There's technology in place that rather than all of the IPv6 address being unique, the middle IP addresses get superimposed with your MAC address of your computer in an internal network, which helps identify your machine within the network without having to do any secondary kind of tracking. The uses are endless. But that's enough about IPv6. Next episode, we're going to talk a little bit about some statistics of Internet Protocol addresses, and then we'll move on. But in the meantime, and in between time, that's it. Another episode of 3 Minutes Max.